not just Director of Social Responsibility, but Senior Director of Social Responsibility. That means she's extra important. Christa Thoeresz is with us, gracing us with her presence. And we're talking about Tackle Ebola. Tomorrow night, Blazers Warriors. We've had some nights when this has been a featured part of the evening, and tomorrow is the last opportunity for this to be the case. So tell everybody what they need to know to make sure that they take full advantage of this.
Yeah, so we've actually been involved in helping to highlight the work that Mr. Allen has been doing with Tackle Ebola since the beginning of the season. And, starting from the beginning, the players were involved in helping develop a PSA, which we've been running throughout the season. And then the past 3 months, we've highlighted one game each month where we gave out these nice ribbons on ingress so that people could honor the heroes that are working overseas to fight the disease. And it's been great. We've gotten a lot of great feedback about it, and we're in a fortunate position to be able to bring some visibility to the work that Mr. Allen is doing with Tackle Ebola. So it's been great.
You mentioned the PSAs that run throughout the game, and it's not just they're not just there. People are actually paying attention to it, and there's some people who've really done some inspiring things in terms of how it's moved them to action.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, my favorite story is a little guy named Oscar. I think he's 8 or 9 years old. He had been saving up for a few months to buy some Legos from his allowance. And after seeing the PSA at a game, he asked his dad about it, and his dad told him a little bit about what was going on. And he said, well, maybe I can donate my savings to that instead of buying Legos. And
wow.
I was like, yeah, absolutely. So he donated his whole life savings to that point to Tackle Ebola, which was really neat, and then actually received a signed book from Mr. Allen, which his dad actually told me that after he got the book during that game, he sat at halftime and just read the book. He didn't even watch the halftime show.
Wow, that's
Sorry,
cool.
Todd.
Now, for some people, they may think, gosh, Africa's a long way away. I'm never going to go to Africa. This is an Africa problem. But I think part of the education that I know we've been trying to provide is that this could be happening in our backyard if we don't take the steps to make sure that this problem is taken care of at its core right now. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, Ebola is absolutely a global problem, and that's what Tackle Ebola is really trying to help educate people about, is that it's not an Africa problem, it's a global problem. And Paul's a global philanthropist, and so the effort that Vulcan and Tackle Ebola has brought towards this issue has been unbelievable. I mean, $100 million. It's an unbelievable commitment.
The thing that really stands out to me in all of this is it's easy to jump on board when it's hot, when everybody is paying attention and, oh, great. But now it's kind of died down. It's not on CNN. It's not on MSNBC. It's not on the front page. And yet Mr. Allen and Tackle Ebola, you guys are still going hard at it to make sure that even though it's not front page news, you guys are very aware of what's happening.
Yeah, and their commitment has absolutely stayed strong throughout the ebbs and flows of the media attention. But there's been some things that have happened lately. There's another case in Liberia that they found, and after not having any cases for a long time. So I think their goal is really to make sure that they're working on this effort until there are 0 cases, and 0 cases for years. So it's a long-term commitment, and we're excited to help share it and bring some attention to it.
And tonight, if people are driving near Moda Center, all of a sudden they're going to see maybe a different light than they're used to. Talk about what that's all about, not only Moda Center, but some other significant buildings.
Yep, so there are going to be buildings throughout the country, in New York and Washington and Oregon, obviously, where all the buildings are going to be lit up in these 4 colors to help promote and raise awareness of it. So
we're gonna come back to those 4 colors. We got a graphic up right now, but when the graphic comes down, I want you to show fans out there the color. I apologize for that.
No worries, I didn't even see it. So it's a great opportunity for fans to snap a photo, hashtag Tackle Ebola, just raise awareness of the issue.
Yeah, and the graphic is good in the sense that
yes,
for those who are going to come to the game tomorrow night, they're going to get the wonderful pin when they come in. That's all fine and good, but what are the things that we're encouraging people to do to certainly they become very sympathetic to the cause and want to take the next step and do something productive in their own right?
TackleEbola.org, absolutely. It's a great resource. It has all the information that you would ever want as far as promoting it and tweeting, social media, anything along those lines, donating to some great organizations, and it's just a really wonderful resource for people to use.
And for those who didn't see, because the graphic was up earlier, this is the pin that we were talking. But can you get in there on that?
Yeah, so we'll have red, yellow, green, and black. at the Moda Center tonight.
There we go. You know what? I have several of these. I'm going to keep this one because I swear my wife, every time I leave one on a jacket, she takes it off.
I'll give you an extra one, too, for her.
No, she's got like 10.
Okay.
No, this one is for me. She's got plenty. She's got them on her clothes, jacket, everywhere. Everything she wears has a Tackle Ebola pin on it. So I appreciate her getting the word out.
Well, you also have a very new iPhone, so you could do a little social media.
I always do.
That's right.
You know
Be
what?
socially responsible.
Well, some
We
would
already
say
discussed this.
socially irresponsible, but that's
true too.
That's a conversation. But you're not the senior director of that.
No.
Irresponsibility.
No.
You are all about responsibility.
That's
You're
right.
the best.
Krista, thank you for stepping in, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night, and hope everybody takes advantage. TackleEbola.org to do some good and be a part of a cause that is gaining some momentum. We certainly hope so. Anyway.
Thank you.